Bellamy for three. Only 2 threes in the game for Oregon, both hit by Biddle. Underneath, that's Harris for 2.
Good pass. Gets in the teeth of that defense like here.
Kick it out to Angel for 3. That's in and out. Shellstad at his best when he's creating for his teammates. That opens the floor for him.
Yeah, both ways. Reading what the defense is giving you, whether to get your own or get others involved.
Harris for 3. Knocks it down. This year. Bamba had it knocked away. Harris has it. Chance to tie or take the lead for Washington.
Nothing there for Bamba. Veteran player, not sure what he was thinking there.
Mismatch, the double comes. Good touch pass. 3 ball. Dogs lead.
Baco. He shot that one like Jay Edwards back in the day. Wow, up the bottom.
Reigning Big Ten Freshman of the Year. He's had a quiet stretch recently. That's a strong take inside for Tyler. I'm surprised you didn't leave the broadcast table and go down there.
I wasn't paying attention. When I caught it, it was late, man, because I wanted to get down there and throw some T-shirts. But, yeah, we had a great alumni event last night.
3 games in a row. It's been a tough stretch for the Huskies. That's good defense coming over from Makai Mason to block the shot. Galloway.
There's a lot of contact there. The refs let him go. Big Frank Kepner coming over, doing what he does. Block shots and protect that rim.
Washington went pretty quiet at the end of that first half. They went on a run to pull the deficit down to 5 for a little bit, but it was all Hoosiers to end that first half.
You don't see Danny Sprinkle pull great Osobor too much, but he's been a non-factor here so far.
Tough jumper, that's Harris.
As soon as Makai Mason caught that ball, Galloway was right there.
And Baco has the defense here on Harris, who steps through, got the bucket.
Get a foul, looked like he may have rolled his ankle. Oh, get it out of here.
Kepner swats it.
Yeah, he's a human eraser, ladies and gentlemen. If you come in there weak.
Harris, it's an 8-0 run for Washington.
I appreciate it. It does complete the look.
Absolutely. Very waspy.
Steele, Harris, all the way. These are big shots brought to you by Xfinity. 19 points in the first half. Yeah. He had 8 field goals. The rest of the team had 10, but already above his season average in rebounds with 6. Oh, what a play to start this second half, and an easy one for Harris. Doesn't come down. Gilmore draws 2. Tanjay open. Oh, Gilmore got in there, just could not secure it.
The great cut by Tanjay, relieved him. Oh, great back door.
Beautiful dime. And an elite example of understanding what your role in this team, on his team is.
Perhaps the best ever. He's one of the best role players that we've seen in the NBA. I mean, he's one of those guys that has
calm down, into a rhythm and flow. Sanford gets a layup. Now that 3 ball is going to feel a little bit better for him.
Nick, it was a familiar look. You kind of rose up, puffed your chest out as soon as he went on that drive.
That's right.
Wow, red hot.
Wesley Yates has really come on for USC, and then Jace Richardson has been really good for that Michigan State team.
Still sitting, Ace Bailey with 2 fouls for Rutgers.
Harris.
Production he had in the first half.
Both teams battled foul trouble in the first half. Ace Bailey with 2 fouls. Great Osobor and Frank Kepner did not play together much because they each have 2. Both teams shot it really well, over 50% in the first half.
1-3-1 look to open up the second half. Tyler Harris.
Bailey threads the needle, and Somerville, no, Bailey tapped it up. Jump ball, and pulled down by Iheanacho.
Good decision making here from Osobor.
He gets doubled.
Good find.
Harris wide open. Aren't they all? Yeah. Maybe none of them are tough for him.
They aren't, because they go in. That's the thing. A lot of guys take tough shots like that, but they just don't go in consistently. His do.
Diallo under 7 minutes left in regulation. Jace Butler trying to get it into Osobor. Bailey guarding. Double comes. Iheanacho, extra pass. Harris steps in and hits.
Apparently it is.
Diallo. Try to reset it for Washington. Clear out some space.
This game has really slowed down here the last few minutes. It's a half-court game.
Comes Asabor. Harris had Harper close him out.
It is next year if you want.
Now Zoom Diallo. Iheanacho. And they get it to the hands of Asabor. 15 for him tonight. How did Harris get so open? And he makes him pass.
And himself into the conversation, as Andy Katz pointed out this week, maybe Big Ten Freshman of the Year.
Got a lot of comp, though.
There's no question about that.
A lot of comp. That young man, Kasparis Yakachonis at Illinois, may have something to say before it's all said and done.
And obviously the two guys at Rutgers, too. Nice drive. Harris got it over the 7-footer.
Niederhauser has not been a factor whatsoever.
Tried to force it. Mason knocked it away. Washington has it back with a chance to regain the lead. Asabor's got the advantage. The kick out to Harris. And he hits, and the Huskies back.
Both ending up in dunks at the rim.
Tyree Iheanacho will inbound for Washington.
DJ Davis set a massive screen. Teammate missed Osabor at the bucket.
And Harris with the three. Nice shift to Washington. Top 100 recruit out of the Bay Area.
It's like 8 of his 10 made field goals on the year from 3. So see if Ohio State will play him for that long-range jumper.
Butler gets rid of it to Davis. Harris, shot clock to 10, gets to the logo, one step beyond and to the rim for 2 more.
Those are the type of plays and decisions that you have to make on the road.
Good decision there by Harris on the intercept and the two-hand flush. Conversation not only for the Big Ten tournament, but for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, as they should. I mean, quality team. Got some good wins and starting to really put it together at the right time.
Good win over these Buckeyes on Sunday. Into the corner, the three up and down for Washington.
There's Barry from just beyond the free throw line, and he misses.
Northwestern, this offense has rhythm to it. It's running smoothly despite missing about 40 points in Big Ten play.
Asabor, they swing it around. Mason. Cross-court pass to Harris. He's been hot from deep, and it continues. Tyler Harris comes.
Northwestern, that's what they're going to do. They're going to muck it up. You're missing 2 guys that can score the ball. You got to slow it down. You got to be physical. You got to guard. Physicality is. You get to talk to him just bluntly honest. The type of guy you love to play for. Doesn't sugarcoat it at all.
Martinelli 0 for his first 2, trying to find a way to get him going. It seems like even more important, if you can say that, for Northwestern with their recent injuries. Harris wants his second 3, and he bags it. What a
high 25 attempts in the last game. Anytime you see offensive rebound, it always seems the second one goes down. I want to give confidence to a guy like that.
Just 2 made 3s for Northwestern in the first half.
It's not their strength, 3-point shooting. They're a 2-point shooting team throughout the season.
Man, you talk about the 4 minutes without a made field goal. Can that change? Harris, the offensive glass, and the putback with the foul.
Clayton has not been afraid from the tip. He took the tip. He's been shooting it all night, and one finally goes for him. Good for that young man stepping up to the moment.
Suddenly, this game is all tied. Harris lines it up, and he answers.
Red shirt, as we mentioned, and he is coming in trying to step up in big moments for the Wildcats, man. I love that.
They find Harris in the paint.
Harris. The big man beat the defense down the court, and great look ahead. That's easy, too, for the Cornhuskers.
Baseline drive. Mason kicks it up top for Tyler Harris. And Harris gets another 3 for the Huskies.
The driver force for Nebraska the last 2 games has been their defense, their energy. They kind of seem to be everywhere. But right now, Washington is just doing what they want to, getting the ball where they want. And they've done a good job playing off that top of the key.
Harris takes a contested three. Oh my goodness. So long ago.
Pac-12? What is that?
Harris spots up for three. It's been a while. That's the Diallo. Harris, the offensive rebound, and the putback.
Actually got the ball and the missed dunk.
Very airborne. And if we go back to the final moments of the first half, it's a 20-5 run for Nebraska.
And really, Nebraska's missed the last couple here. That this is where you take advantage of it. When teams give you this chance, you got to take advantage of it. Otherwise,
sometimes that's why you know he's got to swing, set the screen. Parker is capable ball handler, and sometimes you got to find the guard.
Zamana Diallo checks in for the first time. Did not start today, number 9. This is Harris with the floater in the paint. Tyler Harris.
When he's out there.
There's miss for the Gophers. Here's Harris. Good look for three, and that's a good sign early because the three-point
shooter on the team. That's good ball movement there. Put Minnesota in rotation.
Turnover, Minnesota. Here's Harris. Odekale trying to get back. He can't get there, and Washington of league play.
Yeah, and that's what you call competitive right there in the Big Ten Conference. Both these teams need this win. You know, both of them you get in, they're scary. Minnesota is obviously knocked off Michigan. Washington is knocked off Maryland. So, as you see, Ty Harris tries to step out, not necessarily his strength. But again, you get a paint touch if you're the Gophers, a wide open shot. Live with that.
Harris knocks it down, and the Huskies on a run.
That's something that is a problem. Minnesota hanging in there, but Ty Harris getting off the glass as he knocks down another one right there. Stairs.
Two-possession game. In this key Big Ten matchup, the only meeting between Minnesota and Washington. Harris stays hot.
That is so good, Mike.
And made his first 5. So empty trip for the Gophers. Harris, he was hot early and reignites that streak.
Right now, that is all-American level.
Iheanacho. Now Diallo, the freshman. He's the more seasoned Odekale. Harris leaning off balance and knocked it down, and a foul.
Washington has to know where he is. Hit his first three-point shots.
Mara couldn't handle it. Look out below.
Sure.
You know, through all this, only a two-possession game. Dangerous baskets taken away.
Yeah, that was a bad pass by Diet Moore. He's not used to making post-entry passes. He tried to go high-low. Didn't put enough on it.
Diallo over the right side. Tough shot. Teardrop from Tyler.
Get the shot that they want.
Sebastian Mack closed out the win at Wisconsin, or against Wisconsin rather, but misses that floater.
He wants to get to the cup. He's not going to shoot a three. He's going to put his head down and try to get to the basket. He had great Asabor on him that time. Tyler Harris thinks he has a mismatch with the smallest guy, Harris, on him, and he does, and he scores.
It didn't look like on that first possession that Washington was going to double Biddle on the block.
Tyler Harris on the turnover and the dunk. He's Cook into a miss. Yep, it's Harris from Diallo. I thought that Tracy got the greatest bounce of all time. So the whistle is to get Asabor squared away. He is and remains in the game. Court right. Harris stumbles and scores anyway.
Not a short closeout. That's a no closeout.
Asabor gives it up. Harris is open, and he swishes it.
It's going to continue to let him shoot.
Mamba tries again. And Biddle can't follow it. Good board by Breidenbach.
Biddle come down with that, go back up and dunk it.
Harris just hit one. And he hits another.
Inside the paint.
15 points for the Stanford transfer. Under 2 minutes now in regulation. Harris with his length elevates and scores. Which is a transfer, so Kaufman ran #1 on that list among players returning to their school. That's a different kind of development. Osobor with 2 fouls, Don, so he's on the bench for the last minute here of the first half.
See where they go here, which probably their last possession of the first half.
Courtright.
Good pass.
Purdue snaps the ball around. Washington does this.
Can't affect their defense. Their defense was so good in that first half.
Smith couldn't get the offensive rebound. Washington has yet to score in 3.5 minutes. Osobor gives it up. And for 2. Harris.
Country in 2-point shooting as well, so it's been inside outside for the Wolverines. No one's playing better at the offensive end in all of America.
52% from the field. That's what
Michigan's just going to dare Washington to take open threes.
get back into that zone. It's worked the last few possessions for Michigan. Iannaccio bleeds in. Now he's got it back on the wing. Into the corner. Harris for 3. Yes.
Danny Sprinkle going with this 1-3-1, but has paid the price for that decision. Again, Michigan just carves it up. 3-point shots, the lob.
Harris just rejecting.
Fiddler, Omaha transfer. Driving, fading, blocked. Harris with a defense. Shot clock didn't reset. Saved. And then Harris to the rim to put it in. But a good play by Ian.
The team in America.
And this week, Tom Izzo said, look, I am pumped about my team. We've obviously been playing extremely well. Well, Booker didn't hustle there. I tell you, Tom Izzo's not going to like that. But he did say, Tom Izzo, we have not really faced adversity yet. If we will at some point, I want to see how my team responds. Three-pointer knocked down there by me. Harris driving. That's a tough shot, and he got it to go over the line.
15% from 3 over several games, but his last 6 games, he's shooting 38% from 3. That should help this team tremendously.
They got an old-fashioned three-point play right there. Davis. Harris is bottled up by Fiddler, but he puts it over him and in.
He's been able to double-figure scoring game, but since then, he's been on a tear, including plus 30 last night or 2 nights ago.
And so Washington, it doesn't get much easier on Sunday in Ann Arbor. Harris, jump stop, yes.
Young player. Brad Underwood saying he's so impressed with the strength that he arrived with in this his freshman year. Offensive rebound for Tyler Harris, and he scores for Washington.
Shot at that at some point. How big his hands are. Look, there he goes again. Wow.
Tyler Harris scores.
Now that's in Big Ten tournament, but it's about getting to a Final Four, trying to win a national championship.
5 minutes to go. DJ Davis has 7 threes, the most for a Big Ten player this year, the most of his career.
They need 1 or 2 more from him.
Tyler Harris defended well and still scores.
But Zoom Diallo has come in, talented freshman from nearby Tacoma.
Yeah, I really like Zoom. He's rocking number 9, same high school as Isaiah Thomas. Curtis.
One of the all-time greats here. Big step to the rack, up and in.
You know, one of the reasons I don't like it, we had a young man named Isaiah Stewart who played here under Lorenzo Romar, and he was just a monster in college, but he was about 6'8", 6'9", and I had NBA scouts telling me they didn't think it was a position for him in the NBA.
How about the pass from Osobor?
I hated it, man. I didn't want to get dunked on. He just put on a poster, try to take a charge.
Osobor, a point forward for Washington, has the ability to take it up the floor himself and make plays. Nice pass to Diallo. Harris finishes, and the foul.
That was a nice pass by
State, and they replaced him with maybe a more dynamic player than Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
Yeah, not as big, but you're right, more effective. 14 and 10. That's some nice stats. Double-double.
The lead has swelled to 16, matching where it was last year early in the second half of that game that went to double overtime. But Harris cuts it. Look out for a 5-second call. That was close. Here's Harris slashing, playing off 2 feet. Picks up his own miss, turns, and scores.
Nice job of staying with it with the rock is at all times. You got to send a help defender. He's just scoring too easy.
Moncrief can't finish there. Remember, Washington last year came back from 16 down in the second half in a game that the Huskies won in double overtime against Seattle U. And Harris inches them close. 78.
That's back in the Jawan Odom days right there. Went on to play in the NBA. I think Carl Irvine might have been on that team. Tyler.
Chase Butler, jump stop. It's Mason. They're one of their best shooters this year. He misses off the side of the backboard, but Harris follows. And he won WAC Coach of the Year, was named permanent head coach before they went into the postseason. Now they've run into Grand Canyon the last couple of years in the postseason. That's been tough. And Grand Canyon, a team that's, won an NCAA.
Trying to answer, Watts.
Yeah, if I'm Washington, I try to run something for DJ Davis again to get him a good look.
Harris for the lead. Watts, the sophomore out of West Seattle.
It's a lot of motivation when the home team doesn't really recruit you. And I don't think they recruited Isaiah Watts at all when Mike Hopkins was here. The boys, he turned into a fantastic player for the Washington State Cougars.
Harris hunts his second, and he bags it.
Shots. He just has the green light and plays with a lot of confidence. He's going to keep shooting them.
And a rare made 3. In fact, Cummings has 2 of the 3 tonight for the Cougars.
Because this Washington lead to 11.
And if the Cougars can find their stroke like they've had for much of the season, they can close this gap pretty quickly. Harris. He hits. He's had a night.
Trying to keep Washington State off balance. Oh, good steal.
Iheanacho picks the pocket. Here comes Harris. Going up against 2. Reverse layup. Tough angle.
So for this comparison there, and all the millennials going to be like, what the hell is he talking about? But you guys remember Steve Austin, the $6 million man. But that's the $2 million man right there. So he better stuff the stat sheet. Nice fit. Davis can knock down threes. He's going to open up so much for great Alcibor on the interior.
Long 3 missed by Nick McClain. In the corner, Harris out top to Mason. Tyler Harris, he's a slasher for Washington. Puts it up and in.
That was a nice move right there.
DJ Davis spins on Davis, levitates, and he missed it.
That was a tough shot, but Coach Monson was isoing him there at the free throw line.
Harris hopping in toward the hoop.
Yeah. He has great technique and nice form. Just got to get his confidence. Oh, wow.
Well,
Powell hit that first one in the corner.
I was going to say
shot that one off the glass straight on. Hey, that's not good.
Once you hit one, Nick Greedy is Harris for him after halftime.
He got to his spot again. He knows where he wants to get that shot off from. Right there in the middle of the lane. Another beautiful jump hook.
Washington's led pretty much the whole way, but Eastern has
they're hanging around
here. 2-possession game. Alcibor draws the double. It's Harris from the corner. McClain covers on him, but Harris floats it in.
He stepped up in a big way.
13 for Andrew Cook to match McClain.
He's heating up
for the
a little bit.
lead. McClain hasn't scored, by the way, since halftime.
Yeah. He's about to get scored on because he's too small down there. Mousing the house.
It's on track to be the 14th straight win in the series for the Huskies, and they've had some runouts today. Another one.
It does. We still got 14 minutes to go, but you wonder what a game like this does for USC's confidence. You heard Muss talking at halftime to Andy about they've been waiting for one of these breakout games for the lid.
In the first half, the Trojans shot 70%.
Yeah. But you could tell early on that it wasn't hard. It wasn't manufactured. They were moving the ball and getting good shots, and they were making them.
Under 90 seconds now. We have not seen Alcibor for really the back half of the second half.
And he's been averaging double figures since, a little bit 12 points a game. That's on a turnover for UCLA, back-to-back trips. Here's Harris, who's been really good for them at times this year, gets his first bucket.
This game right now for Washington with his ability to shoot.
Courtright launching from the left side, missed everything, but an offensive rebound and put back Tyler Harris. A point like, hey, think about the situation. It's pretty impressive. The one thing I'll say about DJ Davis, how he's been able to make the jump from the mid-major level to high major level, his defense, spending a lot of time with Russ Turner at UC Irvine, has made him a much better defender. On the other end, Harris able to...
Just exceptional teamwork by Team T and the crew and everyone involved in this. It's been really a magnificent experience.
Top-tier event. We talked to the CEO of Visit Greater Palm Springs, Scott White. This thing is just going to get bigger and better by the year. Harris buries them
on the interior for the Huskies.
Really 4-0 lead for Colorado State. Head coach Nico Medvedev will celebrate career win 200 if the Rams prevail against the Huskies.
Well, block-to-block down screen, America's play by Washington.
Harris wet. Evans kicking it. 3-2 strong from Crocker Johnson.
Crocker Johnson, who's a lefty, and he loves that left side to attempt those triple tries.
3 on the way. Splash!
So did I. It was an alley float. That's what that one was. He dropped it in. But that was tough in transition. Once again for Colorado State.
Harris, baseline. That'll work.
Soft touch. That is attack that elbow and get 2 feet in the paint.
Had to get it up because the shot clock was about to expire, and the Huskies are on the run. Iheanacho getting it over to,
And he looked over at the coaching staff and put the fist up. I think he needs a little break right here before halftime.
5.5 minutes to go before we hit the half. Harris is not going to miss from there. Kicks it back. Court right. Fakes. Too strong. Great kicking it to Harris. That'll work. Harris had those championship game. Bourne working hard. Doesn't get the roll. And the rebound cleared by Tyler Harris.
Yeah. But Bourne got all the way down into the trenches yet again. With the quickness.
He gets downhill in a hurry.
Yeah, he does. Sticking with the zone is Colorado State.
Nice bounce to King. The floor clears. Huskies up by 1. 5 minutes to go.
There he is.
No look to Harris. Asking. Clifford has to give it up. Jorgensen just loses the handle. And the Huskies in shape here to add to their 6-point lead.
I'm looking for isolation, trying to get a high ball screen with Osabor.
Osabor kicking it to the corner. Harris off the bounce baseline. Oh, that was pretty. He's got
last 3 years for him, named the SWAC Coach of the Year in both of those seasons where they won the regular season title. From the corner, Tyler. The Huskies with another chance to run. Diallo attacks the rim. It spills off. Harris a second chance at it, and best sharpshooter came into this one, knocking down 43% from distance. Double team at court right, he finds Harris. He loves this little runner, practically. Tankersley has a dozen points now. He'll get a breather here. Davian Williams, the freshman from Vicksburg, Mississippi, comes in. Court right, tests the baseline, drops it inside. Harris, and 1. Davis triggers the 3. Harris, the putback. Leap forward in that second season, winning their first SWAC regular season title in 20 years. Did it again the following year. Last season, second place. And it seems like they are here to stay as a team at the top of the SWAC table. 8 to shoot for the Huskies out of the timeout. And Tyler Harris takes the 3. Bullseye. A record of 48-19 in the SWAC. Prepared to compete again this season. Harris, the teardrop is good. It's a little tougher when you're with a Big Ten program. Huskies looking to run. Diallo was open on the cut, but Courtright couldn't find him. Now Zoom's got it with a career high 15 points. Great cross-court pass. Harris triggers the three, and Huskies force another turnover. Osibor rips through. The reverse falls off, but Harris falls. 5 to shoot. Mincy pulls the trigger. Way offline. The Riverhawks have missed their last 8 field goal attempts. Harris, full head of steam. The little runner's
guys back in the game.
On the other side, Washington has sat Breidenbach for almost this entire first half with 2 fouls. Osibor floats it out. Court right. Full head of steam to the cup. Huskies reset. Tyler Harris, the runner. You bet.
Smaller guy, so I'm okay with him trying it on that one.
Huskies with a second chance. And Harris cashes.
The middle drive allowed by the Huskies. Covington getting to where he's comfortable in that paint area. He'd already gotten to the free throw line on the first possession. Now a bucket as well.
And the fifth-year guard has a game-high 11.
Paramount if you're Washington.
They find Davis, who chucks it back to Breidenbach. Iheanacho chucks it up court for Harris, and he lays it in. Perfect, shooting it from distance. 3 of 3. The Huskies will hold it for one shot here. UW looking to bounce back from a loss at Nevada and avoid falling below 500. Tyler Harris gets that little. Some of those silly fouls, be better and more disciplined with our handwork. Osibor pulls the chair out from Evans. Washington has numbers here. Harris alone for 3, and he swirls it in. Win for the Falcons. Huskies have the ball out of the timeout. Tyler Harris, the former Portland Pilot, goes up to be picking up in Seattle. Lantek lofts a 3, and that rainbow is an air ball. Chucked out to midcourt. Huskies have numbers. Harris slams it home. That ends a scoring drought of more than 2 minutes. Tyler Harris, the Energizer Bunny with Knapp looking for Evans on the pick and roll, but Harris is able to take it away. Harris trying to score over the top of the defense again.
Thought there was a foul there. Washington is tied. Here's Chappelle, same look.
Boy, they're just absolutely falling asleep defensively when it comes to Chappelle.
2-on-2. Harris navigates toward the bucket, and Washington.
And just like that, they do.
Knocked away. Osibor had the deflection. Harris in transition. Great rip through.
That's a nice.
Harris.
Oh, good block.
Gets it back. Spins. Puts it up and in.
That's a nice shot.